morning, everybody. Boy, I look like a hot fucking mess this morning. I sound like a mess. I'm sick. Welcome. Welcome back to another episode of Randa's Crafty Vlog, where I show you my crafts and things of that nature. I don't have anything crafty to show you today because I didn't do any crafting this weekend. And I have like zero time. I have very little time. Oh, I shouldn't need to text my therapist. Oh, too much to do. So, yes, zero time. So I'm not going to be doing a Reddit story today, but I didn't have time to talk to you guys yesterday, so I wanted to talk to you today. Today's Tuesday. It's October 4th. It's 11:48 p.m. I have to go to therapy in like 2.5 seconds. And I didn't have time yesterday because the radon people came. The radon guy was here all day doing his radon mitigation, so I didn't have time to talk to you guys. But I'm not going to read a Reddit story today. I'm not going to whatever. I'm just going to come on to say we're engaged. It happened, in case you haven't seen it already on Instagram, because I posted on Instagram about it. But he did propose this weekend. I'll probably tell you the story about it like tomorrow or something when I have a little more time. But I was like over the fucking moon. It was the best day of my fucking life. I can't even like believe it. The ring is perfect. It is exactly what I wanted, what I would have picked out for myself. So he did amazing. Yeah, if you saw me last week like freaking out about whether or not he was going to do it or not, and then he did. No, he did. And it was perfect, and it was fantastic, and we're engaged now. And I get to wear this beautiful ring every fucking day, and I feel very, like, grateful and, like, privileged that I get to wear this beautiful ring every fucking day. Yeah, that's it. I don't want to go into detail about a lot of stuff because, I don't have a ton of time. I still need to do payroll before I leave, but, my ring is a 1.5 carat moissanite in the center. That's what I requested, was moissanite. And then it has natural diamonds on the sides. And they go like, what is that, like 1/4 of the way around? I don't remember what that's called. But I think that's fantastic because then it doesn't rub on my fingers. And the band is 14 karat white gold. So I'm so happy with it. So happy with it. Could not have picked one better. And there's 4 prongs. So yeah, it's really nice. It's really amazing. I love it so much. I love how high it sits. It just, yeah, and it's a solitaire, of course, a round solitaire. So I love it so much. I literally have barely taken it off since he gave it to me, like to shower, and like that's about it. So, because I've been sleeping in it, I've been existing in it. I love it so much. So that, I know it's short, but that's going to be it for today's video because not today's video, but for today's clip, because I have a lot of stuff to do. I promise I'll be able to like chat with you guys a little bit more tomorrow. But I really just I need to get shit done. I got payroll to do. I got to text my therapist. I got to leave in a half an hour. So I need to go, but I love you all and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday, October 5th, 11:43 a.m. I have a nice little work from home day today. And as you can see, I'm wearing my mic. It's still in my opinion, because I'm spoiled to mic quality, it still doesn't sound fantastic, but it sounds much better. I had this adapter that comes with your iPhone. This is what was hooking the receiver to my phone, and I had wondered if maybe this sorry, Perry just texted me, to hook the receiver of the mic to my phone. So as you guys know, I have a microphone that has a receiver like this. It's plugged in to my phone, and then the mic is this pack that attaches to you, and then it's connected to the lav that I have right here. So it's wireless. I can take it anywhere. Sorry I sound stuffy as hell today. It's because I am. But I had problems with a mic previously and had wondered if my adapter was the problem, because you have to have this to plug the receiver into my iPhone, because iPhones don't have a headphone jack. So I needed to turn the 3.5 millimeter jack into a lightning cable. So I bought a new one from Amazon because I had wondered if this was the problem. It works just fine for headphones, but I thought maybe it was different for microphones. So I bought this one from Amazon. It was like $20. There were cheaper options, but I wanted to really make sure that it was going to work. So I splurged a little bit, and thankfully I think it does work. So we should be much better like in business now. Maybe I can do a little bit of editing in post. Also, because this room is a little echoey, I think that does it a little bit sometimes. But I tested, and it's definitely coming from the mic. I was wondering if it was still picking up audio from the speakers, but it's definitely the mic. And so I'm excited. I think that's finally starting to work. And then I'm going to store this somewhere. But I have a little bit more time today to talk to you guys. So, I'm tired. I'm still sick. I'm still trying to get better. I went to therapy yesterday, and then did a couple of Amazon returns, and then just did like a whole bunch of nothing for like 5 minutes. And then it's been 2 weeks since I've cleaned my house. And if you guys know me, you know that I clean my house every weekend. And so 2 weeks of not cleaning it is ridiculous for me. And I really thrive off of a clean house, and I hate when my house is dirty. And so I started really stressing out about it and started stress cleaning. And Perry came home, and even though I was sick and I felt like shit, I got in this cycle of it was stressing me out just looking at the house, and then I would start to clean, and then I would feel like shit because I was cleaning. And so, and then I would feel like shit, but then I would look at the house and I'd get anxious, and it was just this vicious cycle. And so when Perry came home, he saw me in my vicious cycle, and he was like, all right, I'm going to help you. And so we both cleaned the house together when he got home from work. And it was really nice. So the house is now 95% clean. It's still not perfect. The stove could still be cleaned and stuff like that. But the big things, the bathrooms are clean, the floors were vacuumed, the big things that were really driving me crazy are clean. Oh my God. But I'm still definitely sick. So I'm doing a work from home Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to try to get some shit done, because boy, do I need to get some shit done. And also just kind of chill, get better, stay home, stare at my ring. I fucking love this thing. It's still is crazy to see it. I'm still not used to it. I am starting to get the tiniest amount of a ring indent on my finger, because I don't ever take it off except to shower. And to do the dishes and stuff, things where my hands are going to get wet, I'll take them off. But other than that, I sleep in it. I do everything in it. And it's now, what is this, day 5 of us being engaged? It's crazy. I still can't believe it. So, but I believe I told you guys the story yesterday. Did I tell you, though, that Perry also brought home a cat? Oh my God, I'm sorry for my audible coughs. On Friday, so before he proposed, before anything, hold on, drink. Perry brought home a kitten. There are kittens all the time at his work. Most of the time, they get brought to the shelter. They work with a no-kill shelter nearby that takes them in and gets them adopted out. Because cats just, no matter how many times they, like, take the mom and the dad to the shelter, they whatever, no matter how many times they do that, more cats flock and then make babies. It's like, their shop just attracts cats, I guess. And so there were more kittens, like there always are. And I've told Perry that, like, if he ever wanted to bring one home, I wouldn't be mad. Like, absolutely bring one home if it speaks to you. And but 2 cats is our max. We're done after this. But I told him if he wanted to bring one more home, I wouldn't be against it. So he knew that. And then he showed up on Friday. He, like, walked through the door, and I went to greet him. And I turned the corner, and he's holding a kitten. And I'm like, oh my God, did you just bring home a cat? He brought home a cat. Sweet little girl, little baby. She was about 4.5 weeks, 5 weeks old when we brought her home. And she's the sweetest. Her name is Willow. And I didn't bring her in here to show you, but I'll put a picture of her right here if I remember. Because she's a sweet little baby. We love her very much. She has just transitioned into wet cat food. We were giving her milk for a little bit, and we've just transitioned her to wet cat food. The other animals are adjusting surprisingly well. Ollie was mad. Our other cat was mad for about 24 hours. And then now they, like, play together. They're having a grand old time. Ash is actually the one that I'm a little more worried about, simply because they're trying to figure out how to play with each other. And it's not going fantastic, just because, like, you know, Ash is used to being decently rough with Ollie, and he can handle it, and he likes it. She's just a little baby, and so it's like teaching her and making sure that she's being gentle with her is, like, big on the list right now. So, but it's not that they don't like each other, they're just trying to figure out how to play together, whereas Ollie and Willow have figured out how to play together, and they're very cute. I was really glad, because I was really worried about how Ollie would adjust to another cat in his space. But he's doing really well, and I'm very proud of him. And today, I actually am probably going to go to Perry's work, because there are more kittens, and he wants me to help take them to the shelter, because he can't do it by himself. I think it's the mom and, like, a couple kittens. So I'm going to go over there after I'm done filming this and help him take kittens to the shelter. And then we had the radon guy come on Monday. He did his radon mitigation. All of that went super well. I had an appointment today, like a doctor's appointment, and I canceled it. I rescheduled it for a couple weeks out. I was like, not happening today. But yeah, that's what's going to happen. So, and I'm going to get some work done. I really want to get the candles released on Monday. I don't know if that's going to be able to happen. I'll let you know as we further progress into the week, but I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to make that happen. So, yeah, that's it. I don't have any crafting to show you because I haven't done any. I really would like to get some crafting done in the next couple of days, because I haven't crafted in like a week at least. Of any sorts, diamond painting, cross stitching, anything. I haven't done any of it, and I'm missing it. So I'm hoping to get some of that today. Let's find a good... I'm looking for a story. Excuse my silence. Let's do this one. This is an Am I the Asshole? It was from 4 hours ago, and it has a good amount of, it has 7.8 thousand upvotes and a good amount of rewards for only 4 hours. So, and it's a decent, oh God. And it's a decent length. So it says, Am I the asshole? I'm upset my stepdaughter won't stay at our house and insists on a hotel. Yeah, let's see. I know maybe Reddit is the wrong place for this, but here goes. My stepdaughter is 23. She lives in a different city than us for work. My husband and I have 3 other daughters, 12, 10, and 8. They absolutely worship and adore their older sister, look up to her, want to copy her, the whole 9 yards. We are Christians and are raising our girls with the concept of sex being for marriage. I know that's not the most common in this day and age, but it's something we feel strongly about. Good for you, but I wholeheartedly disagree. Anyway, my stepdaughter has had a boyfriend for 2 years. They live together, which we don't agree with, but she's financially independent. For the last 2 years, every time she comes to visit, they stay in a hotel 25 minutes away. It's the closest one because we don't allow them to share a room here. Oh, for the love of God. There would be enough beds. He could take the spare room, and she could bunk in a queen bed with any of her sisters. 2 years ago, it wasn't a big deal, but now my girls have put together why she won't stay here. The youngest even said she'll do the same when she's her age, which I was pretty upset by. 2 weeks ago, she was supposed to come celebrate the 2 September birthdays of her sisters. I asked if she could stay at our house because her sisters have been noticing she won't. She said no immediately. I'll admit I could have phrased it better, but I said they were at an age where her setting a good example is more important than ever, and she wasn't doing that. She got offended. We started to argue, and then she told me to F off, she's not coming. She didn't come, which her sisters were upset by, since she had said she would. She sent them a gift and gave them a call. When they asked why she didn't come, she specifically said it was because I was rude to her, so my girls were then mad at me. I sent her a text telling her I didn't appreciate it. She texted back, I don't care, and we haven't spoken since. Was I the asshole for making that request? I'm kind of blown away it's turned into such a big thing, but sad that she's already said she's not coming for our other daughter's November birthday, and I don't know how to make it right. Yikes. Yeah, you are the asshole. I had to think about it for a second. And it's not because you want them to sleep in separate rooms, which personally I think is ridiculous. They've been together for 2 years. They live together. I think that that's ridiculous, but that's just my opinion. You can run your house however you see fit. Here's where you're the asshole, and you even admitted it. I'll admit I could have phrased it better, but I said they were at an age where her setting a good example is more important than ever, and she wasn't doing that. You specifically told her that she's a bad example for her sisters because she's living out of wedlock. I would be mad too if I were her. You know, like that. It's like I'm living out of wedlock. I have been for 3 years. So maybe I'm the wrong person to judge this story, but and top comment with a ton of awards and shit says, you're the asshole. She stays at a hotel to make her sex life totally outside the realm of your concern. Either let them sleep together at your house or shut up about where they stay. Exactly. It's very generous of them to come anyway and foot a hotel bill so she can see her sisters. What if she became an uber Catholic and refused to let you and your husband share a bed at her house because Catholics believe second marriages are adulterous. That's a good fucking point. This next comment says, and not just sex life, but when you are used to sharing a bed with someone, it can be hard to sleep without them there, and doubly so when they are in an unfamiliar house and bed. And then the next one says, not to mention she's expected to bunk with her kid's sister. I would be taking a hard pass on that too. I like to retreat to privacy and quiet at the end of my day. I completely agree. If I were in her situation, I would stay in a hotel too. You know, like, yeah, no, I think there could be the conversation that I think would make sense for the mother and daughter to have is like, I get it. Where the mom goes, I get it, but it just makes me extremely uncomfortable to think about you and your boyfriend having sex in my house. So you can share a bed, but is there any chance that we can make an agreement that you guys don't sleep together in my house? That you don't, like, not sleep, you can sleep in the same bed, don't have sex in my house. And I feel like as her daughter, if she came to me like that and was like, I get it, but I'm sorry, the idea just makes me so uncomfortable and I'm trying to, like, figure it out here, that I would agree to that. So, like, that could be a conversation. I don't know if it's the idea of them having sex in their house or the idea of them sharing the same bed just in general is what freaks her out. I assume it's the sex. So I don't really know. Oh yeah, this comment says, OMG, right? My grandma does this to me and my partner of 4 years. We have children together and she still expects us to sleep separately. My last visit cost me $700 in hotel fees. I stopped visiting. Now every holiday I get a call asking if I'm coming. Nope, can't afford your Christian values. Yeah. This comment has a lot of awards. It says, you're the asshole, and sorry to tell you, but you cannot make your daughter wait until marriage to have sex. You're teaching them to lie to you, to sneak around, to not ask about contraception, and you may lose them when you realize that when they realize that your religion is more important than your relationship with your children. Your stepdaughter is respecting your rules. Maybe you should respect her decision. She is an adult. Treat her like one. Exactly. And that's always how I have felt about it. But again, I don't have these same beliefs, so maybe I'm the wrong person to talk to, but I lost my virginity when I was 15. I was like just about to turn 16, so either 15 or 16, I think. And my mom had always said, that she never said that sex was for marriage, nothing like that. But she did always say that, like, sex is for people who love each other. Sex is something you save for when you're in love, when you're whatever. I was with my long-term serious boyfriend. We were together for 2 years in high school, and I lost my virginity to him. He lost his virginity to me. And so I went to her, and my mom had always been open about, like, if you need the pill, like, come to me, whatever. And I came to her and said, like, yes, I need the pill. And she got me on the pill. And I was like, at first it was really hard for her to stomach because I was 15. But I was like, you always taught me that sex is for when you love somebody. And I love him, and we're in a committed relationship and whatever. And we were together for 2 years. So, and she was like, all right, fair enough. And it's like, she was like, she might have fought me a little bit harder if it was just like, oh, I just want to have sex with some guy or whatever. That it was like, no, this is her boyfriend and they love each other and whatever. That's different. And so, but I know my mom is kind of the anomaly, that I was able to go to her and ask for the pill and whatever, and that's not always the case, like, there was a comment when Perry and I first got together, and, well, not first got together. I guess we were together for about 6 months. I think we definitely lived together at the time. And we were going back to Chicago for me to meet his family for the first time. And he sort of paused for a second, like, while we were in the airport, and he made a comment, like, God, I hope she doesn't make us sleep in separate rooms. And I was like, huh? You think she might make us sleep in separate rooms? Oh my God. But it's like, no, we were living together at that point, I think. And so it's like, if she makes us sleep in separate rooms, I swear to God. And his parents are not uber religious either or anything. And so I was kind of like thrown off by that. And he was like, and it was not a problem. They let us sleep together. There was not even a question of the idea that we would share the same room. But he was like, I've never been allowed to do that before. I've never been allowed to share a room with a girl, like, in my house, in my parents' house, whatever. And so he was like, it was just a thought that went through my head. But I'm pretty sure that outside of, like, his little high school relationships and stuff, that I was the first, like, serious girlfriend he brought home to his parents. And so they were like, yeah, they're living together. It's fine. But I remember being like, if they make us sleep in separate rooms, I swear to God. Like, that's so annoying. So I get this. But no, it wasn't a problem at all. But it's like, I was raised completely differently because like I said, my long-term high school boyfriend, he, like, lived with us for a couple of months. We were long distance for a long time. And over the summer break, his parents let him come live with me. And so he lived with us for 2 months when I was 17, 16. And so, like, I was raised completely differently. I was always allowed to, it's like, and then when I was out of high school, I still lived with my parents, and I had my boyfriends come spend the night and stuff. Like, that was stuff that, as long as I wasn't bringing over, like, random hookups or whatever, I was allowed to bring my boyfriends to the house, and they would sleep in my bed with me, and, like, you know, like, normal couple things. And that was, like, I get the whole, like, like, letting your boyfriend come live with you when I'm 16, 17 was a lot. But, and most parents probably wouldn't allow that. I know my dad was, like, up in arms about it. But, I know that that's unusual. But, like, when I was out of high school and, like, my boyfriends and stuff, I think that's completely fucking normal. And the fact that she's 23 and can't have her boyfriend who she lives with, they can't sleep in the same room. No. That's just my opinion, though. Like I said, you run your house however you think is fit. But she's an adult. So I think there comes a point where it's like, where, like, that comment said, like, she's an adult, treat her like one. Have a conversation with her. Have a reasonable conversation with her. That's it. I'm going to get dressed. I have a notification for what? Yeah, I have no idea. What was it? That's it. I'm gonna go get dressed and then go help Perry with some cats. So, I hope you guys are having a great day. I really am gonna try to craft today so I have something to show you tomorrow. I feel bad that I haven't showed you any crafting in like a week. But I'm gonna try to get some crafting done today to show you tomorrow. I'll see you all tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. It is Friday, October 7th. It's 11:43 a.m. I just sat down at my desk. I don't know. This week has been a fucking mess. I'm still sick. I know this week has been a bit of a mess because I've been sick. So I didn't film yesterday because I threw up yesterday morning and was like, this is not happening today. and just spent most of my day on the couch. Today, I think I feel a little bit better, so I'm going to try to get some work done. I'm still, definitely sick, but whatever. I'm hoping I can get over this really, really quick. My mom has the same thing. We got sick at the same time at the same place, and she has tested multiple times and it's not COVID. So I'm assuming that mine is not COVID and that it's just a really awful cold. But I know there's only 3 clips or 4 clips and something really small like that in this video this week, so I'm very sorry, but I did bring some crafting to show you today. Could it be Randa's crafty vlog if I didn't show you any freaking crafting? I'm going to show you some crafting. So, I did a little bit of work on my cross stitch yesterday, just a teensers. The only thing is that I sort of finished this fountain right here. That's what I did yesterday. Otherwise, all of this I believe you've seen before. This little guy right here and all that good stuff. I don't remember. It's been so long since I showed you. So now I start working down. But yeah, that's going really well. So I did a little bit of that yesterday, and then I did some diamond painting. This is my introduction to the new kit that I'm working on. This is my Treasure Studios art kit. This is Winter by Maria Abigail. I went, literally when I did the kitting up video of this, I went to link it. It doesn't exist anymore. It's like they must have discontinued. None of the Maria Abigail stuff is on TSA's website anymore. They must have discontinued all of it. So unfortunately, this kit is not available anymore. But I'm still doing it, so I'm still going to show you. I got to back up a little bit. So it's not huge. It's a 40 by 60. But this is what I have done so far, is these 2 little sections in the corner down here. It is so it's not huge, but it is very confetti heavy. There, you can see that better without the glare. And so it is going to take me a while to do it. But you can see how vibrant the color is down here. So far, I am having, there's some drills already popping out. So far, I am having some popping drills. This is a square canvas, so usually with square canvases that aren't Diamond Art Club, I experience some level of popping. It's not atrocious amount of popping, but it is like every time I open it, I have to pop a few of them back in, which is what I'm currently doing. So it's like none of them have fallen out, but a little bit of popping. And then next week, I did the kitting up video this week, and next week I hope to get you guys a post review of Pride, but we'll see, because next week is also way up in the air. Perry is leaving on Sunday. He's leaving Sunday afternoon for a business trip to California. And he's going to be gone for 6 days. So he'll be gone until the next Saturday. He comes back the next Saturday morning. And I'm going to try to go with him, but I'm going to be flying standby, and it's all contingent on whether I can get on a standby flight and if we can get the animals situated. Because Ash needs to be boarded and Willow can't be left alone yet, so I need to find somebody to watch her. So it's contingent on a lot of things, so I'm not 100% sure that I will be going, but if I am, then I'll probably be gone Tuesday through Thursday, in which case I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a post review up, but we shall see when the time comes, because frankly I have no fucking idea. Anyway, let's do a Reddit story.